Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Boulder Canyon. You may wonder why I'm at the dealership with $200,000 when I had $42,000 when I seen you last. A lot of you were saying that the dealership should be taking care of deliveries, and I like this idea. However, there is a mod that we could use where we can set a delivery point if we want to, but it charges 2.5% of the total value of the item. So other people were saying that we should buy a truck. And that we shouldn't actually buy the truck for us. We should have the dealership buy the truck, and then we'd be able to use it, and that's how we would have our deliveries made. So this is what I'm going to do. I didn't know exactly how much it was. We got 22,000 for this one right here, and I've already found that this one is actually pretty good. So we will buy that one. We can change the color if we want to, because okay, it's 1,200 for the color. I just got to remember how much we spend on it, that's all. I'm thinking orange, actually. We go for Stara Orange, and we'll do that with the truck as well. It sort of stands out quite nicely, that does. So we'll buy that one there. 23,200. Back out. And then we go to here, and we go to trucks. So I've spent 23,000, which is leaving 140,000. If we buy that Lizard Hulk right there, we are, well, we spent, 23, that'd be 166,000. I'd be 6,000 over my limit if I buy this truck here. You know, I'm going to do that anyway. I'll add in another 6 grand, another 6,300. I will add that in at a later date. So I will buy that one, yes. Okay, so yeah, I've gone slightly over, but that's all right. And we'll come out of there. The other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to get a baler. Now, I don't actually have a baler that I've modified, but I do have a baler that I could use, which would be either the Deutz or the Kuhn right there. Now, we're already using Kuhn machinery, so I thought we would stick with that one rather than going with the Deutz, although technically, yeah, we are using Deutz machinery as well. They're both exactly the same. I don't know what the width of the pickup is on either of them. I haven't actually tested either one of these balers, so I've no idea. So I'm just going to look at the visual width of them a minute, and we'll base our decision on that one. What's this one? That's 49. That's cheaper than both of them. I don't understand why the second-hand, well, the sort of second-hand looking ones, they look about the same as well. I don't understand why they are more expensive. It makes no sense to have them more expensive. I like the bigger wheels. I think I'd go with the bigger wheels on that. And I want to buy that, but that's 56,000. I got 30. Technically, I got 52, but yeah, still, I'd want to buy that. And I also need to be able to get the bale tipper as well. So here's our new truck, or the shop's new truck, and that one will be making all future deliveries for us. So back that one up there. I know I probably should have used the Road Warrior one instead of this one, but I wanted to use the big truck. I wanted to try the big truck. So this one belongs to the shop, so it's not ours. It belongs to the shop. And that's the one that will be used. So we're allowed to tab to the shop-owned machinery. That's something that we're allowed to do. And I'm looking around, and I'm thinking that what I should do is just come over here with our machinery, load up a few logs right here, sell them, and then I can get another baler. Now, we've got that baler down there, the Stevie baler, and I'm thinking, would we want to keep that one or not? I mean, for straw and stuff later on, probably we would want it. And now I'm sort of thinking that maybe we wouldn't actually want to use it at all. So, you know, once we've done this bit here that we've done, we're not really going to want this baler. Not at the moment, anyway. Certainly not for quite a long time. So, I'm thinking that maybe what we should do, we'll unload these 2 bales right here. is just sell this baler. We will just dump it straight off the back of the truck. Actually, we get more if we take it back to the shop, don't we? So we'll do a couple of trips back and forth, and I will add the $6,300 into the game before my next one. I'm going to write it down right now. I'm just doing that right now. 6,300, and I will add that back in next time. So I'll unload that one as well. So that one's done. And I'll switch you off a minute, and then we've got our truck right there. And then this is the shop-owned truck. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to drive back to our place. We're going to collect the baler, and then we will bring that one, special delivery, all the way back here. Sell it at the shop for what I'm very proud of myself. It was mentioned when I bought the last truck that I drove it straight out of the shop and into a tree. Didn't drive this one into a tree. Very pleased with that. Very, very pleased with that, although this is the shop's truck and not ours. So, it's their lookout if it gets driven into a tree, not our problem. So if we bring that baler back, we can sell that Stevie baler. And then we get the other baler and put that one on. And the idea is that it should, in theory, then automatically unload as we do our work. And then we can also, because that one's automatically unloading, we will get a wrapper. We have a wrapper that already goes faster than normal. I've also installed the variable bale capacity mod. Going up over there. Okay, it really doesn't like that. Really didn't like that bit at all, did it? Right, we'll have to watch that when we come back through and we've got machinery on board. Maybe we'll have to go the other way. Yeah, it might struggle a bit to get over that. We've got the variable bale capacity mod. Now, I'll have a look at that one when we get over and we're loading up the Stevie baler. We will have a look at it and just make sure that the capacity thing does work. It may not work on that modded baler. May only work on standard balers, because that one's already had the capacity altered on it. I think the idea is that you can change the capacity on every baler. It doesn't change the size of the bale or anything like that. It's got default options of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12,000 litres per bale. We'll go with the 8,000 that we've been using on the model that we've got at the moment. I think that sort of works out fairly nicely. See, this road here is, like, most of the way it's alright. It's only getting across that bridge that's difficult with this transporter. The rest of it is absolutely perfect. So we'll bring you over to here. Like that. We'll slow you down, and then we will unhitch that bit and drive forward there. Jump out, and we'll go over to our tractor, and we will do the loading with the tractor. So let me go in here. So I've got no bale in the chamber whatsoever at the moment. I've got turn on, higher, fold, lower, change crew, select camera, select tool. Oh, that's because... Right, there we go. Right, current bale capacity. K, change bale capacity, variable capacity, right there, 6,008. So it defaulted it back to 4,000, and there I can change it up. Oh no, it's 10 or 20. 1,500 to 4,000, 6,008, 10, or 20,000 litres of bale. If we were doing a really big map, I would seriously consider doing that. So anyway, we will leave that like that. It doesn't really matter. We just want to bring this one over, get it onto that one over there. You know, the only issue we're going to have with doing stuff at the shop is being able to actually load the stuff onto the trailer, because that truck doesn't have a rear hitch. So I'm not going to be able to get the stuff onto the trailer, am I? That's going to be a struggle. So maybe I need to have a tractor positioned at the... Maybe the shop needs to have a tractor as well. And then we can use that. And that will be able to load the small machinery when we need it to. Right, bring you back there. Like that. And off you pop. Right. And then I can go and get that one. We'll back this one up. Go right up and we'll hook that one on. What I'm not sure of, because I don't think that this straps the machinery in place. There's no straps, but I think it just kind of locks it in place anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to drive the other road and we'll see what that's like. See which one's better. We know that we get into trouble going across the bridge, going this way. I don't know if we're going to get into trouble going across the other bridge. We might not. We'll have to wait and see. And then once we've done that, I think we're going to need to do a couple times round the outside of the field with the baler, and in order to make sure it works properly, I'd like to get a baler and a bale wrapper and load them both onto the trailer and bring them both over. I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit them both on and then transport them, because it might mean that we've got to extend the trailer, and the trailer extension is not going to work very well on these roads, is it? It's really not going to work very well at all. Why have I got a 4,000 litre capacity? Does that mean that it locks it completely onto the trailer? Is that what we've done? Have we got this locked completely onto this trailer? And that's why I've currently got a 4,000 litre capacity on the trailer. Because it never had that before, did it? Bring that up. Okay, now the 4,000 litre capacity has disappeared. Did it move? Not quite sure there. But we come down here. Oh, easy. Easy. Steady. Little bit carried away right there, but it's still coming down the hill. It's still working, and the machinery is not slid off the trailer at all yet. Seems to be doing a grand job. It's holding in place. I'm quite pleased with this. It means that we should be able to come back this way as well with the new machinery if I can get it loaded onto the trailer. Now, we do have the forklift there, but I don't think the forklift is going to be able to pick up and tow anything at all. Which means also we may struggle to actually get this unloaded. I might have to get our Deutsch tractor and bring that one over just for today's episode to do it. I don't really want to have to do that. We'll see. We'll see if the forklift can pick it up or not. I don't think it will be able to. I don't think that's going to even be an option. So we're going to need to have a shunting tractor at the yard over here with the dealership, and that'll be another thing that we will do that so that we can do the loading up and stuff like that properly. The only other option I'm thinking of is I bring this over here, and does the tab option work? If I bring that to there, can I tab it? If I go there, yes, I can tab onto there, and then I can sell it. So I get 65,400 for selling that one. Okay. So I've got that first bit done. Now all I need to do is buy the other one. So we don't want that one. I got 102,000. Actually, that'd be 108,000, won't it? And we're going to go with the Deutz, I think. We will go with the Deutz. I did say before, possibly not, but no, I'm thinking that we will go with this one. 56,000. We'll go with 8,000 litre bales when we're working it. And I want that. I'm sure I said bale collector. I obviously didn't mean bale collector. I meant that one right there. And I'm going to go with the black foil colour because that's my personal preference. It matches my soul. And we will come out of there. So now I've got to get those two on. Will this one work? I mean, I might be able to get a... Actually, this one's leased, isn't it? This one's leased. So I could always just lease a tractor for now. And then... I need to add 6,300, don't I? Because I went over my spending limit. If I lease a tractor, I'll then... Right, that one I can hitch on. What about this one over here? That one's a different hitch. No, that... Actually, I think this is the right hitch. No. Right, that's not working. We can't use that one. So I will lease a tractor. And then instead of adding in 6,300, I will add in 10,000 because that will cover the... Let's just move that over a bit there. That will also cover the leasing cost for quite a while, I should think, because we only need a small tractor. Just need a little a yard shunter. Probably do it with that one. But I'm thinking something like an old Fent. Something like that. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're in the US. So if we're going to do this in the US, we want to do this with an old... There, that one. I think that one there would be the one. Because that's an old vehicle, isn't it? A case. An old case would work. Got the mod. I could go with another Deutz, but no. US machinery is usually case net. So that's a small one there. We will lease it. Front loader attached, no, I won't have that. Standard wheels, and 5,200 initial leasing, 1,000 per day to lease this one. Total purchase price is $100,000. Okay, I'm going to lease it, and it's 102,000 to do that. That's $5,000 I've just spent on leasing it. 5,200, and then there'll be additional costs as well. Yeah, right. So there's going to be additional costs on top of the leasing costs. So my next plan is to add in 100,000 and the 5,000 that I've just spent and the 6,000 that we've already overspent, and then a little bit extra to cover some leasing costs that we're going to be getting. So we're looking at, if I added $115,000, that should, no, actually I don't think that's even going to be enough, because there's 102, that would make 8. You know, I genuinely believe that we're going to need to add 120,000. I'm thinking of these costs. That was 5,200 there. I'm already owed 6,300. That makes 11,500. Then 102 will make 113,000. Well, I suppose the leasing costs are not going to be very high for today. So no, 115,000 should be enough. Should be. I'm confident that we can do this with $115,000. Right, I want to force that over that side like that, so that I can then squeeze the baler in beside it. 115,000. I will add $115,000 in ready for tomorrow's episode. We will return this tractor and then we will buy it, and that again belongs to the dealership over here. It's not a tractor that we're allowed to use. This is a shunting one. This is just a shunt that they use in the yard here at the dealership in order to do this. They need to be able to load their machinery, don't they? So this is their tractor, and it's nothing to do with us. So we back that one up there. Like that. That's up as tight as I can get it. Like that. I may have to just extend that out a little bit. Oh, I'll tell you what. This tractor would be best parked under cover over here. Like that. There. So that one belongs to this yard. And then we're going to run over here, and we're going to get our load. So I've spent most of the episode today dealing with this. Well, so far, anyway. We're going to go back, and we'll carry on doing the mowing thing. And hopefully this time, the mowing thing is actually going to work. We've got the variable bale capacity, which means that I don't have to go and manually adjust any balers anymore, which is fantastic. I will just... You know what? Extending that one out makes zero difference to anything whatsoever, so we'll keep that one tight up front, and they should both stay on there for the duration of the transport. So then we can take this back to our farm, and then once we get there, we will unload both of them. We will get the baler on the back of the Deutz, and we can use the variable bale capacity and alter the bale capacity up to 8,000 litres again. And then we can start the baling, and I'm going to go once around the edge, and I might even do a couple times around the big rock in the fields, and then I'll let the hired help just carry on doing the rest of it. And it should, in theory, go round the entire... just keep going, working the entire field, up and down, all the way. And that's going to leave us free to go and do a little bit more of the timber cut. That's the idea, is that we should be able to do some timber work while the hired help takes care of most of the grass harvest. Because we've done a lot of grass harvesting at this point. And we don't really want to keep doing with that. We haven't done all that much yet with the Ponzi Scorpion. I mean, we've done some. And we have done a lot of tree cutting. But we're nearly at the end of this next section of tree cutting. So if we can get those logs cut and then shifted and sold, we'll then be in a position where we can start creating our next fields. Which I'm going to get a bigger cultivator for. I'm definitely going to get a bigger cultivator for. Once, after tomorrow's episode, once we get started with tomorrow's episode, the money situation will go back to normal. So we need to add in $115,000 into the game, and that will allow for the leasing cost of the tractor at the dealership, because that's the dealership's money, it's not ours. Allow for everything we spent on buying this one, and just generally keep... everything will then be up to date. The dealership will have a vehicle that it will be able to do deliveries to us with, which is this one. And we'll be able to get these deliveries... Is that... No, it hasn't moved. I thought it moved a little bit. Dealership will be able to take care of its deliveries and deliver everything to us free of charge. And we will be able to carry on and do all of our work that we need to do. Over this side, we'll have our money back to normal, and what we'll also be able to do is finish cutting down those trees, sell them for a fortune, buy a second tractor, and we're probably going to go for a newer and bigger tractor, not something like that case that the dealership has got. We'll go for something bigger, and it probably won't be one of the second-hand case tractors, or the second-hand New Holland ones. We're going to go... If we can, I'm hoping, go for something that's a little bit more shiny and new. So I'm just going to bring you to there. Unhitch that one a minute. And then bring you over this side. Stop you there. And then I'm going to bring this back over. And we'll haul that baler off. Come on you go. Get that baler off of there. Then we will get the wrapper off of there, and then I'm just going to use the map and reset the truck and trailer, because obviously that's the dealership is coming to get that, and so it's something that we don't need to worry ourselves about. I should just be able to press K. Yes, we have got that one in there. Just press K. Variable bale capacity goes up to 8,000 litres. I'm just going to unhitch and leave that one there. I don't know if we have to change that every time we hitch into the thing. We'll soon find that one out. Bring this back over. And I want to get that one there. I'm just going to bring that one off. And there we go, like that. Bring it over here. I'm just going to drop that down here somewhere like that. Right, we don't need to worry about that one. So, let's reset these machines a second. So I've got you there. Reset. Yes. Okay, now, let's just make sure that it has actually reset to the shop. Yes, it has. Okay, that's good. That's what we want it to do. So that one, reset. Yes. And that one there, I want to reset that one as well. Yes. Right, that's all over at the shop. Okay, we don't need to worry about that anymore. That's over at the shop, and it is no longer our concern. So next up, we're going to back up here. Let me get that baler on. Like that. Oh, it stayed on 8,000. So it remembers what you set it to on the map, and then it stays on that. So I'm just going to set the baler going a minute, and use that to gather up this bit of grass. We're going to go once around the field. Maybe even twice around, and we'll see how we're doing once we've done once around the fields. So I want to get over to here, and then I want to switch over to the mower. Start that one up. I'm going to bring that over like that. Hopefully that's going to work all right. Now, one thing with the baler doing this is that we are going to be left with little bits of grass behind just as we're going around the field. We know that's going to be a thing, and it's something that we're prepared to live with. That's just something that we're prepared to live with. If it means that the hired help is going to do all of the baling, then yeah, that's absolutely fine. So we'll carry on around here with our new baler. Once again, we've swapped balers. We seem to keep doing this. However, this time we had a really good reason to do it, I think. I mean, we had a really good reason to do it last time. It was because it would speed the whole process up. This time, we're speeding the process up again. We've got the variable bale capacity, which is great, and we should now be able to pick everything else up. We've not got quite the width of the pickup that we had on the last baler, but it's not too bad. That's... Oh, hang on, I want to go here. This is where I need to... The edge of my field right here. I was a bit off on that. I don't know quite where it was. Right, so we bring you up to there and unload you. The only issue with doing this is that... Oh, I got to press Y twice to open that. You open it and then you close it when you press Y again, whereas the... Oh dear. Is it even going to work with round bales? Because I've got to manually press... Have I just gone and done all of this only to find out that the hired help won't work on this because I've manually got to decide when we open up the round bales and when we don't? I've just gone and bought this and transported it over here. And now we're going to find out that the hired help doesn't work. I know that it will work with the square baler, because there's no option involved with emptying it out. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever with emptying it out. I'm just going to use one pass because I'm almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up that one. And you know what? I should have... Let me change that one over as well. We'll go over this side and I'll set the hired help going again just to test because I got a really bad feeling about this. We've gone and brought this one all the way over here and I suspect that it's not going to auto-unload for us. I mean, it might, but I don't think it will because the bale moves from the bale chamber to the wrapper on the other one automatically. That's fully auto magic. Whereas on here, it's not auto magic. It does it for us. So let's just press H. On there, we know that we've got the baler working. And this is where we find out if we can only do this with a square baler. No, it works. It does actually work. I mean, yeah, it leaves the stuff behind. And yeah, the bale has sort of moved across the track, so it may end up causing a bit of an issue with that. But it's worked. It's actually done it. Don't have access to the lab. Well, we know about that bit. And it's when it turns round. It's not recognizing that it's even got a baler on there. Which is really, really going to mess this tractor up big time. Now what's it doing? It's going to go all the way to there, and it's going to mow a huge section behind it. It's not going to turn. This is ridiculous. Right, let's turn that off a minute. Oh, I can't believe it's doing that. Right, we'll bring you back over to here then, and I'll sort of put you there. Let's try that again. That's absolutely ridiculous. Now it's going to pick up. It's going to go forward an inch, and it's going to lower down again, and it's overlapping by a long way, but I'm curious to see how it's going to cope with the bale in front of it. Is it going to like the bale? Is it going to do what it did last time with the other bale and just, yeah, it's going to completely ignore it. It's going to try and drive over it. See, this. Oh, this is awful. This is terrible. This is not working very well at all. I'm thinking that if we're going to have the hired help do this job, we're going to need to do bigger bales in order to sort of make it run. But also, I'm thinking that it's not liking it anyway. It's a lot of this whole process that it just doesn't seem to like. I know it's not liking this edge over here. And maybe it would be better with a bigger tractor. But again, it's like there's a lot of aspects of this that it really, really doesn't like. I'm going to bring that round a little bit. Right, let's straighten that up a bit. There. Try and bring you back to there. And now let's try again. Right. Off you go. Are you going to kick that bale out of the way, or are you going to try and drive over it again? At the moment, it's looking like it might just keep sliding it all the way up through. It's going to get to there, and it's going to lift up. Oh, no. You know, I thought for sure it was going to... Right, that goes over there. Like that. And... doesn't do the turn. It really, really doesn't like this turn at all, does it? So this is not going to work. It's not recognizing that it's got a trailer on the back, so it's not turning. The only other thing I can think of is perhaps we need to mow a strip around the edge in order to get it to work, but I don't think it's going to do it properly even then. If I do another strip around the edge, I don't think it's going to work even... Well, I don't need to go all the way around the edge. I just need to do this bottom end. So that'll be a little bit quicker. But I'm not sure that's going to work either. I'm thinking maybe we should get the double mowers on the back, the butterfly mowers. And no, it's not butterfly mowers, is it? It's the single mower. But if we did a run like this and had the extra stuff on it... What I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep going with the mower all the way up through, and I'm going to tip the bale out right at this end. And go up to there, like that. Turn the mower off. And bring the bale out over here. Tip that one out there. Close you down. Right, now I will swing back round. I'm wondering, I'm really wondering if the tractor is part of the issue with a lot of it. Right, that bale has decided it's going to go for a wander over there, because I knocked it. The steering is terrible today. I'm blaming the mower and the tractor for all of that. I'm absolutely blaming the mower and the tractor. So we'll run this back down through here. We've got a little strip of grass there. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to ignore that for now. I want to see if we can get this to work. So we'll switch back around. And so we got 3 strips now all the way across the bottom. See if that might be enough. It may make a difference here. It may allow the hired help just to do what it needs to do. It's not going to be able to turn properly over that rock either, though, is it? Doesn't like the fact that we got this baler on here. Right, the other one, it was swinging out round. It recognized that there was a baler on there, and it was swinging out round and allowing it to do its thing. This one, though, for some reason, it's not recognizing that we've even got the baler on the back. It's just refusing to acknowledge it. So it's not reversing. So maybe it's the baler itself that's causing the issue. Because the other one definitely did right with it didn't try to reverse the baler at all. It just carried on and did it. So let's lower you down. Like that. And we'll run it up through here. It's hopefully going to empty out another bale in a second so that we can see that in progress again. So yeah, it just leaves that one going and then closes down. The bale picks up again. So we know that it's going to leave a strip. That we can accept. But this bit here, it's not trying to... It's not allowing for that baler at all, is it? Right, it's not allowing for the baler. So is it doing it because it's that baler? Or is it doing it... Like, is it going to do it with any baler? Or is it just doing it with this baler? I got nothing else I can do on here. I got no other way of doing this. But it's definitely not liking the fact that we've got this baler on here. So, wondering if we should sell this baler back and try again with the standard New Holland baler, which is obviously a little bit cheaper than this one. Right, you are way, way off. Let's move you over this way a bit. And go like that. Yeah, lower that one down. Right, that's better. I want to be about there, I think. Let that one run up through. So, this is the second attempt, and this is not working with this baler. So, there's two other things that we can try. We can try a different baler. You see, this is going to cost us money, but I'm thinking that this is our own experimentation. Maybe there's an issue with the baler or something like that. And, I mean, if you think that we should correct the money situation again... after we're done. Look, see, he's turning too soon, and he's doing a turn and reverse. Which he was not doing with the Stevie baler. It absolutely, definitely was not doing this with the Stevie baler. It's only doing it with this one. So why is it doing it with this one and not with the Stevie baler? This is a big question. We're going to have to stop that there. It's obviously not working. We can't... This one's not working as intended, which is a real shame. We'd really like this one to work, but it's not doing what it's supposed to at the moment. So we will just bring it back round and set the hired help going again for one more pass so that we can get one more bale full on here. And then once we've got one more full bale, that's going to be it. We'll stop with this baler. We'll get this one back to the shop and we'll sell it. And in order to sell stuff, we can simply reset to the shop, because that's the same as the truck coming and collecting it. And then we can load it up from the shop and do it the other way for the last little bit, which I think is absolutely fine. I think that's well within the parameters of just about everything that we've said that we want to do for the game and for this particular series. So I've got there like that. There. And I'll bring this one back round. I just want to empty out this final bale. I'll bring you along here. So we're going to try it next. In our next episode, we're going to attempt it. So in order to make this work properly, I'm going to need to do a couple of things. One of them, I'm going to add in $115,000, which will allow us to buy the tractor that we need for over at the shop, and that will take care of that. Then the experimentation that we're sort of doing with these various different balers, I'm thinking that maybe we should be testing these, like we're test driving these balers. So we could always have a little bit of extra money available for doing that as well, although I'm not sure. We might just add that in afterwards. I can return this one to the shop and we can sell it, and then we can get the next one, bring that one out, delivered, and test that one. So that'll be the New Holland round baler. And then the only other option is square balers. But that's 105. I mean, that one there, we know that that one doesn't unload. But it is recognized on the back of the tractor. The tractor is recognizing that it's got that baler on the back. That one, well, we don't know because we haven't tested it. We know that this Deutz one is not recognizing that it's got the baler behind it, so it's not working. So our other final option is, that's 125 for that one there, and the Kuhn baler that we got there is $105,000. It's a little bit pricey getting that, but we had 105,000 after we'd sold our after we'd sold the Stevie baler. We did have it, so we've got just enough, I think, to be able to afford that. If we can't do it with the round baler and ships on, where we could do it like this. We've got a couple of round bales that we'll be able to sell, and the only downside to this is that we're then going to be forced to have to buy that one, which is $54,000, and we don't have a cheaper alternative, because that one there only does round bales. Well, tell you what, maybe we could do it with that, because that's only $30,000. That's cheaper. So maybe I could use the extractor to do it instead of the wrapper. That might be an option. That's an alternative that I didn't think of before. That could be an interesting way of doing it. We use that one. This one here got the hybrid extractor. That one? No, it's got to be that one. It's got to be the $35,000 one. Because that's the only one that takes square bales. But then we've got to manually load those bales into it, which is not something I really want to have to do. I mean, if we altered the capacity of the square bales up a bit, that's all stuff we'll worry about in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, then please hit down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.